Have we learned from our failures? Or have we learned to judge ourselves from our failures? You see, I've had to scale through this life lesson. The lesson was, as I was being taught, I was failing my way to mastery. But instead of focusing on failing forward, I failed to see that lesson. What I did see was I failed again. And I failed again. And I began keeping count of my failures, and then I began assessing every new challenge and every step outside my comfort zone up against my probability or the likelihood of me failing. And I wasn't trying to grow that number any further. But life is about failing forward. Failing to try is what's holding mankind and womankind back. How many times have you failed to benefit from something you failed to do? Those are questions we got to ask ourselves. We have a different perspective, many of us, on failure. But those with a winning attitude, those who've achieved, those who have the outcomes that many of us are not willing to fail in order to achieve, so we end up becoming consumers of those who failed forward and failed their way right into success, they'll tell you, this was the 100th time that I got it right. 99 times I got it wrong. What you're looking at is the 100th attempt that I got right. So, I had to relook at failure, and I invite you to do the same. That takes us to thought number 20. Let's see what it has to say to us. You never fail unless you fail to learn from a situation. Seek out people that have failed and those who have succeeded at what you wish to accomplish. Both have invaluable information. You see, many people will only listen to or only seek out the assistance of those who have succeeded, or what we perceive as succeeding. I want to know what they did. I want to repeat their steps. But do we? Are we willing to fail as many times? Are we willing to leverage as much as they've leveraged? Are we willing to sacrifice as much as they sacrificed? Are we willing to brush ourselves off after we've fallen from the shame of friends and family who are waiting on the sidelines saying, I told you so? They can't see your purpose. They can't see where you're going. They can't see your vision because it's your vision. It's your purpose. But they're there to remind you, lovingly, that they told you so. Many of us aren't willing to fail because we're tired of hearing that. But we want the outcome. So what do? We walk past those who have failed at what we're trying to do, or failed to try to do what we're trying to do, and learn from them. This is what you get. This is the outcome. If you stop trying, you don't get anything. If you fail once and fail twice and you stop because you don't like the sting of failure, this is the outcome. You have this unfulfilled feeling in your gut, and instead of failing, you fell forward. You fell forward across the finish line and on to new challenges that will ask you the same question. Once you succeed and once you create an outcome and once you accomplish something, it doesn't mean things change. Now you got to keep evolving in the lane that you're in, creating new services and new products and new ways to serve people. And you got to be willing to fail again. So how comfortable are you with being uncomfortable? That's the ideal question. Are you willing to ask someone who's failed to give you advice on what not to do? To tell you the outcome of what happens when you take X, Y, and Z steps? Are you willing to risk the outcome of potential failures to get to the outcome you want? These are questions that many people don't want to ask. But we got to get to the real thick of things, are we willing to take the risk of failing? In order for me to reach my goal of touching 1 million lives on a daily basis with encouraging messages like the one I'm hopefully giving you right now, I had to be willing to fail. I had to be willing to mess up. I had to be willing to stand in front of this camera, which is new for me, and take a chance at encouraging you. But the mere fact that you're listening to my voice and watching me stand here right now means that I didn't fail to reach you. I might have failed at reaching everyone else, but I got you, and I appreciate you. So we got to learn how to calculate how much of a failure we have already been. Is it all failure? Or is it feedback? Maybe failure, maybe failing, maybe it's just feedback. So with that being said, I encourage you today to fail forward. Help me go forward. Help me fail my way to my outcome of touching you and millions more, just like you. So I offer up these simple life lessons for that purpose. My name again is Johnnie Williams, signing off, saying peace to you and yours. Always 2 fingers together, never apart. Have a great day.